Hey, hey traders, this is Sia, and it's been a while since I recorded any content online. And really, what the objective of me doing this live stream is really to showcase, the importance of really structure-based trading and just show you how you can pretty much have a transition from trading forex and moving into really the world of binary options. Now, what I actually have in front of you, okay, is about 7 currency pairs. Actually 8, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's actually 8 currency pairs right now, and I'm on the minute time frame. So uh, going back to really looking at it from really an analysis point of view, it really hasn't changed much. But for really binary options, what the core focus is on is actually structure-based trading. So let me just show you my execution platform, and as you can see, I'm trading with IQ options. So for pretty much, I'd have to say this series, what I'm going to actually showcase to you is really how we're going to be growing this actual balance, which is actually on a practice account. So really right now, the profit payout isn't favorable, and it's not one I would initially execute on. But just for tutorial sake, I'm going to be executing a few trades at this time, because right now, we pretty much are outside the New York trading session as well as London. So we are, I believe, right now heading into the Asian session right now. So there won't be as much volatility. So we could see some experience some spikes as well. But really the intention for this video as well is to really grow this account. So when I really started off with this trading strategy, this account wasn't as much as this. So I just want to showcase to you really the journey in terms of how we do structure analysis and how we actually execute. Because some people have this feeling that when you're looking at binary options, it's something that is complicated, it's risky, and it's about really gambling, which in essence it's not. If you have a solid trade plan together, then it's something you can pretty much execute on and make profits on. So without further ado, let's actually get started. So it all starts with really doing an actual analysis. So let's actually head over to the chart. So let's start off with the Euro USD, and let's look at the actual 15 minutes. So during the day, I did execute a few trades, and there were winners. I believe for the trading session during New York, I only lost one actual trade. All right, so as you can see with this analysis, but for just today's sake, I'm gonna pretty much start from actual scratch. So 15-minute time frame, what we're looking for is really key structure areas, and this is the highest point with okay, on the charts right now. So it's a particular structure level I could be looking into. Another significant level, okay, is right here. Pretty much we had a break of structure, okay, so it's actually within the highest resistance level. So we've had a break and close above, so we are continuing seeing moves to the high side. But what's actually interesting, what we are having, it's that price action is showing a sense of really moving onto the high side, but really gradually. And I won't really say we are having consolidation. Okay, so we pretty much are having a channel to the upside. We have a bullish channel. In other words, we have a bullish flag, right, coming into structure. So moves of this nature, we could see price action really giving us a breakout opportunity. And how you could pretty much execute on that is there's a few ways, right? So with if you are trading forex, let me just talk about binary options and not really move into forex. So how we could anticipate this for pretty much a breakout trade is we're going to see in terms of what price action does to our near-term structure. But for now, there isn't much that we pretty much can execute on the 15. Moving on to the 5 as well, we've got the similar situation, as well as the Euro USD as well. Right. So we pretty much are selling off aggressively, okay, on the 60. So on the 60, what we actually had that, you could pay attention to is we had this pin bar reversal spike, which gave us this bullish run. And now we're seeing price action falling off. And if you are paying attention to that, our near-term structure level, you're looking at it as a zone down here in red at the 2257 level, 2256. So about 1 pip. So as you can see, it's a level that I'm watching pretty closely on the minute time frame. So the markets really move pretty quickly here on the minute time frame. So it's a level I would actually have my eyes on, because largely of most of my trades are on the euro dollar and the euro yen as well. So let's actually look at the euro yen, because I believe there's a trade set up there as well. Let's see from my notifications. Okay, so pretty much we are on the euro yen. If we actually go into the 15 and we just clean up the actual chart itself, let's take a look at really key structure levels we could possibly look into, right? So we pretty much had a break of structure. So we had this structure level, structure zone, if we put it, we had the support, broke low, had a low close, indicating a bearish run, possible bearish run. And then we had our indicator of arrow shooting down, giving us that pretty much that idea that we could see further falls in price action. Let's actually look at the 5-minute time frame. We pretty much are retracing. And how I would actually look at this is I'm still going to be looking for really a bearish rotation on the euro yen. And let us see. Let me just pull my Fibonacci tool, right, from my highest point to my low point. As we actually get into the 50% zone, right, is where I would look to pretty much take a short position. We have structure as well here being respected, even though we are coming into structure. And on the trading time frame on the 60, the indication is that we are having really a bullish run here. But looking at it from really a structures analysis perspective, I'm looking to pretty much short. And if you clearly see short positions, have been winning. Example, this bearish run, we had a second one right there as well, indicated by the arrow, and we could see a possible bullish pullback right here. So the arrow hasn't come as yet, but I'm actually watching that pretty closely. So let's see what the actual close is within the next minute. And it's something I believe I could actually execute on, based on structure. We did pull back, and I'll go from my highest point to my low point. Yeah, we're in that zone. There's 50%. We have a bit of structure as well, right here. Okay, it's really consolidation, but within structure. So we could see maybe a breakout trade there as well on the euro yen. So let's see how this actually closes. Yeah, okay. So we had a close, and I'm going to actually take a short position for 5 minutes, euro yen. All right, so the purpose of this is for me to showcase to you really on execution, more than it is really on the actual profit payouts, because it's more profitable to actually execute trades during the New York and the London session, where you could see profit payouts between 71 to about 90% or so on actual IQ options. So we just wait and see how this trade actually plans out. All right. Okay. All right. And I'm going to showcase to you as well in terms of, if we are continually losing trades, how you pretty much can actually make your money, or how you can continue to cover your losses. Right. So let's actually continue the analysis. Euro yen, I'm watching that closely. Dollar Swiss, gosh, we had that spike. Go on to the 15, really not much in terms of structure. Price action is in no man's land right now. If we go on to the 5, yeah, so not much. So we pretty much are having this massive bullish flag. It really is extended pretty aggressively. So we have, we'll head over to the Euro USD. There's a possible setup there. Right. So let's see. Yeah. So we could see maybe a breakout. It's a trading opportunity on the dollar Swiss. But let's actually head down to the Euro USD. And I'm largely looking for really bullish setups. So this type of trade I could have taken, but we are close to structure. And I'm just looking for really a bullish setup here. And let's take a look at our trade, if it's in the money. All right, so it's looking pretty good. We are in the money on the Euro Yen, and we have about 2 minutes and a few seconds for our trade to really make profits. Right. So the intention basically for this, for you to really, I'd have to say, make it, is not to really stay on the charts as much, but for you to make sure that you are continually really doing execution and doing your analysis, because the market is actually fast-paced. Okay, good example that's happening right now, the Euro USD. We were looking at that structure level coming down to support, and price action has been testing. So we're having now this huge bullish engulfing bar, which might possibly close at any point in time right now. So you'd see once this bar closes, you're going to have this green arrow is going to come up, I believe. So we are pretty much going to be late in the party. So looking at it from a structures perspective, you can be ahead of the markets by doing that. So let's see. Okay, we didn't quite get it as yet. Close, but yeah. So it's a level I'm actually focused on the Euro USD 1 minute, just to see what price action does, okay, at the structure level, because it's a key structure level as well. And we had this pin bar reversal, so, and this large wick. All right, so it's a level that you pretty much should be looking into pretty strongly as well. All right, so we've got about 25 seconds for our trade to actually expire in the money, and then we can actually take the next trade. So again, rule of thumb, it's important once you have a trade on, you let that trade run, and once it has finished, then you take the next trade. So for my rules of engagement, it's not really about executing on all the potential setups that come, but it's really on really taking one trade at a time. And as the trade loses, then you can scale up your actual bank. All right, so let's move on to the next trading opportunity. Let's just watch the Euro USD. Euro USD, we are having this consolidation. Okay, And it's nice for me to actually take a look at that and see. Okay, let's actually take a look at the New Zealand dollar 5, even though we didn't actually do an analysis on this. Right. Oh, wow. So on the New Zealand, we are seeing some nice a bearish run. So we could see price action come down to really our near-term support. So all of this really is really potential. Okay, it's potential money making opportunity right there. Go on to the 60. Okay, we had that indicator. All right, and let's see if go from swing high to swing low. If we come on to the 50%, okay, we didn't quite get there, because it would have been another indicator factor in terms of really looking to actually short if you have missed it. Okay, another micro structure support down here as well. See how that pretty much gets tested and violated. As you can see, these few bars, have been respecting this pretty much microstructure. It's a microstructure support. Right. So we see what price action does there, and if it breaks it to continue pressure move to the downside, right? So if you're actually trading binary options, you're going to be spending more times on the charts as you would with forex trading. But I believe it pretty much going to sharpen your skills much more aggressively than you would with actually forex trading. So when you are moving on to forex, then it really becomes easier. But my preference is for people to pretty much start with forex trading. Once they get their skills up to a certain level, okay, of expertise, then you can pretty much go into really binary options. Because it took me a while for me to really come up with really a system where, one, you are protecting yourself, okay, from really risk, because with binary options it's much more easier to blow an account because we don't really have a stop loss. Our trades are really based in terms of really expiries. So you pretty much are executing a trade, doing analysis on the 1 minute, executing a trade and waiting for it to expire on the 5. So we are really relying a lot, not really a lot, but we are relying on really structure as well as indicators to really give us a sense of direction. Let's look at the Aussie USD signal just popped up on that. Okay, so we had this, it's bullish. Okay, not really, I don't really see structure, and I don't think I've done an analysis on this. So let's see. On the Aussie USD 15, really is not much structure I am looking at into. So even if there are signals popping up, I won't be executing on those because I'm not really close to any. So the closest structure level, okay, is down here, this key support, all right, here, and nothing in terms of resistance. Go on the 60. We have this bullish engulfing. Gosh. Okay, so let's see. We had a bit of structure there. Resistance, bit of support. So let me just pull this line up. So this is zone right here, support. Yep. So we pretty much have this pin bar. In my view, it's actually no man's land, because if you look left, as I say, look left, structure leaves clues. There really isn't much structure on the Aussie USD. But if you take our Fibonacci tool, we're going to be looking for that 50% retrace, and we pretty much are coming to that zone, that 50% retrace zone. But judging from where things are, I'm not really liking it from that perspective. Okay, right. Going back to the analysis, the if then thought process. So again, if price action tests, so the nearest term resistance level, is somewhere up there for me to really be comfortable in actually executing trades on. All right, let's look at the yen. Not much there as well in the yen. Had a bit of structure. Okay, so pretty much when you're looking at trading binary options, really the key is to really make as much, it's really analyze and really filter out as much as possible, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up having a lot of, I'd have to say, signals or alerts popping up. As you can hear the sound, there's a background bell sound. So it is a notification for me to actually look at a particular chart. Like my notification is saying, look at the pound USD, pound USD. You know, we are in consolidation right now as well. Something I won't be interested in actually executing on. On the yen as well, let's see, dollar yen. You know, we have this huge bullish candle. You know, it's actually coming into structure. So again, I won't be actually looking at executing this, because looking at it really from really how much movement is there, you know, we are close to that resistance zone, compared to taking a short trade where you have pretty much this much potential to look into. So pretty much it is about really a process of elimination. And you know, looking at the charts again, look at the dollar USD. We were doing our analysis and we could see that, you know, this red zone, you know, is our support zone. So as you can see, price action is just bouncing at this level, you know, over and over and over again. You know, it's not really giving us a clear direction whether it's moving on to the high side or moving to the downside. You know, we are pretty much in consolidation on the Euro USD. Okay. Let's see, any bullish opportunities? Not much. So we are pretty much just bouncing around here as well. And yeah, so let me just cut this video for you guys. Okay, let's look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen as well, you know, we are experiencing this consolidation. Jeez. And largely, most of the time, when we're having this form of consolidation, you know, where we're seeing price action moving higher, so we are pretty much creating higher lows. You know, at times, you know, you have times where they're pretty much price action is at a breakout. But for now, we pretty much are gonna wait. Even dollar USD consolidation, it's a mess. Really not much structure to look into, because if you're looking at it from this perspective, really price action isn't really going anywhere. We are pretty much are in a wedge. We wedged up, if we put it that way, right? So yeah. Again, you see, the signal is saying pretty much I have to take a sell trade. This is actually the quickest way to actually go broke with binary options, for you to pretty much execute on every single signal that pops up, which again is not a good idea, because what you want to look into is really pay attention to really structure and see how price action moves. So if my hand was actually forced and I had to take a trade, you know, I would look at this near-term structure support and see what price action does there. So if I'm actually getting a buy signal, then pretty much it's actually worth taking, versus me looking for really a structure resistance trade where I'm taking a bearish trade setup as well right now. Even though I won't lie, if you took some of these trades where these arrows were showing, but it lacked for me a structure as well. But we had this pin bar reversal, this bullish pin bar reversal, which was pretty much a good indicator for you to take a bearish trade setup, even though there wasn't really much structure to actually look into. Let's see what else. USD CAD. Bullish. Okay, so we are having a bullish run, but we still are in consolidation as well. Broke up high, closed, and pretty much are in consolidation here. Again, really not looking to actually get involved in that trade setup. So yeah, not much. Aussie USD. $60. Pretty much did land on that 50% zone. We are selling off. Again, 1 minute. Taking a long trade, not really a good idea. So other than that, not much. Right, New Zealand USD pretty much are respecting our support level. So, it's becoming more and more established as a support level. But again, a bit hard to really execute on if you are looking to take really a bullish trade setup. Right here. Okay, there we go. New Zealand USD. Let's actually take this bullish buy. New Zealand USD. We're gonna be going 5 minutes. If we can take a 5-minute trade. 16.2 and then 3, 1. Okay, not really. So the times again, IQ options when you are trading at this hour, it's hard sometimes to actually get times that are favorable, because if you are looking at this particular trading system, we are looking for signals on the 1 minute, then executing on the 5. All right, so they're pretty much time. There's not much I can do as well here, so it pretty much sucks. So yeah, but again, this would have been a signal to actually go with as well. This British one. So as you can see, it looks like it would have been in the money. So, but let's see. Would have executed there. We would have been out the money right now. And we're going to see after 5 minutes in terms of where really price action is. And we're going to come back to that. Let's look at the pound USD. Okay, price action is just bearish. Bearish as well. Well, we are consolidating. Looks like price action wants to pretty much break out to the downside. All right, so but largely right now we are in consolidation. Let's look back into New Zealand. Okay, that trade looks like it would have been a loser. Okay. So yeah, pretty much this again is the process for really trading binary options. It's really about you doing your analysis, and the objectives. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to probably record better videos where during the New York or the London session, as I have time, to really showcase to you how really the whole execution process works. So if, for example, we have like a losing streak, how do we handle that? How do you get back into really break even, and how you pretty much make profits on really binary options? So it's about spending as much time as you can in front of the charts. And we are pretty much selling off aggressively on the New Zealand USD. And we are breaking that structure level as well. Okay, cool. So yeah, so stay tuned for more videos really on really binary options and how you can trade them profitably, because trading binary options is risky, I will not lie, and it takes time for you to really not really master really binary options, because in essence, in truth, within a few days, you know, you can pretty much master how you can do the analysis itself. But the hard part is really, you know, sticking through with it, executing on your trades. And yeah, because the key things to also note as well here is you need to make sure you have enough starting balance, you have enough money in your account to keep trading. Second of all, the money management system I'm currently trading on, you know, it's over time, it's proven to pretty much make back your actual losses on the account. So yeah, without further ado, keep this video short and interesting, and stay tuned for more really trading videos, you know, as time actually progresses for 2018. So again, we started off with a trading price of 3724, made a few cents, which again is not too bad. Yeah, so but the intention for me is to actually grow this balance, you know, who knows, up to maybe $4,000. But what I'm going to actually do is, as the account grows, because there might be times I'll be executing on trades, maybe during the London and New York, and I won't have really an update video, but I'll probably give you a rundown in terms of what I did for me to grow that account and how I made it. So yeah, without further ado, plan your trade, trade your plan, take care, cheers.